how to answer a couple of these problems, the last two homework ones specifically. So for this one, it says, find the measure of the arc BCD in circle A. So we're looking for the measure of this arc right here, right? So based upon these theorems on the right-hand side, it says you have inscribed angles theorem. So the measure of an inscribed angle is half the measure of its intercepted arc. So case one, the center is on the side of the angle, as we can see here. Case two, the center is inside of the angle. Case three, the center is outside of the angle. For our situation, the center is inside the angle, right? So it says that the measure of the angle S is 1/2 the measure of the arc RT. So in our case, the measure of the angle MED is 1/2 of the measure of the arc BCD, right? And so that means that this is 1/2 of that. So that means this is twice the size of this degree. So if I pull up my trusty calculator, I will have 67 times 2 will give me 134. So the answer to this question will end up being 134. All right. So let's do another one just in case we make sure we understand. And so this one, you have the arc BCD, right? This is 58. We don't know what this is, but we do know the angle BED is still 59. So they're saying by this theorem that the angle measure of BED is twice the size of this arc measure BCD. So if I do 59 times 2, I get 118. So my answer should be 118 for this one. All right. So similarity, the same type of concept for this type of problem, right? And so here, let me see if I can scroll over. So I have an arc measure of 117. So A should be half of 117. So if I do 117 divided by 2, I get 58.5. So A should be 58.5. All right. So if I look at for B, it looks like is a 90-degree angle, right? Because again, it's on the line, right? It's on the line. So if B is on the line, I believe that's going to end up being a 90-degree angle. Just because it looks like it. All right. Now we want the arc measurement of C, right? So the arc measure of C, again, wouldn't be half, but it would be double. And so if I have 58.5 plus 90, subtract that from 180, I have the angle measure of 31.5. I multiply that by 2, and I get 63. So my answer here should be 63. Again, we're not asking for the angle measurement of this triangle. We're asking for the arc measurement here, right? And again, these are inscribed triangles. So the triangle inscribed measure is different from the arc measure, right? And so based upon these theorems, this is how you do it. And again, you have examples over here on the right-hand side that will help you understand further these situations. This one is kind of just like the situation that we were doing in the last problem, right? And so this will give you a better understanding of these two problems.